Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the correlation between a woman's BMI and a country's average GDP. My original hypothesis was the higher a country's GDP, the lower the BMI will be. My reasoning behind this was, in America at least, cheaper food that is available is usually processed and full of fillers which make it unhealthy, while fruits, vegetables, and unprocessed foods are more expensive. According to the World Health Organization, the healthy BMI for a woman is generally considered to be between 18.5 and 24.9. They consider a BMI of 25 or more to be overweight, while a BMI of 30 is generally considered to be obese. As you can see, for the majority of countries, GDP and BMI both rise steadily over the years. A couple of good examples of this are China and America. Many of the islands in Oceania followed an interesting trend. The main ones I noticed were Kiribati, Samoa, and Tonga. These islands had a steadily increasing BMI, while their GDP stayed about the same. According to Forbes, all of these countries are in the top 6 world's fattest countries. A big factor in this trend is an increase in imports from the US and New Zealand. These imports lead to a change in the islanders' diet, steering them away from more traditional healthy foods and towards more processed junk foods that are easier to prepare. Another one of the outlying data points I noticed was Liberia. While Liberia stays at a steady BMI around 22, their income level dropped significantly from 1990 until 1996, when it slowly starts rising and then evens out in the early 2000s. According to the BBC, in 1990, the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, or NPFL, began an uprising against the Liberian government, which started the First Liberian Civil War. This continued until 1997, when the leader of the NPFL, Charles Taylor, won the presidential election, and their economy was able to recover. Back to my original hypothesis, I stated that the higher a country's GDP, the lower a woman's BMI will be. The overall results were the opposite of my hypothesis. And in general, the higher the GDP of a country, the higher a woman's BMI will be.